See ya, bitch. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're hopping into a new movie reaction. This time, the newly released Godzilla vs. Kong. So, just a brief backstory on where I stand with the monster universe, the monsterverse, I should say. So, going back to 2014 with the original Godzilla, I actually did like that movie. I know the biggest criticisms of the film is like lack of action. It focuses too much on the humans that are generally fairly weak characters, and the fact that they killed off Bryan Cranston's character early into the film. And I agree with all that. But, however, you know, as far as a modern retelling of the Godzilla story, I think it was still a solid movie. So I still liked it. I would still probably give it like a solid 8 out of 10. So that being said, I really like that. And then the sequel came out, which addressed all the concerns that people had with the original movie and basically fixed all the problems. You had all the monsters, you had all the action. It looked great. You had a lot of great actors in there. I thought the story was really good. Even though it was kind of ridiculous, the plot was, I think it was the mom, Vera Farmiga? Is that the actress's name? Thought her plan was a little reckless, but you know, monster movies, whatever. It's all good. I really like that movie. I think I like that one more than the first one. And I guess the other addition to this monsterverse was the Kong movie. So I didn't like the Kong movie that much. I mean, I thought it had a lot of neat ideas, but the setup to the movie was just very strange and very... I don't want to say it was too violent, but I felt like the human side of it, like we just literally went to Skull Island to pick a fight, and yet we're forever shocked when Kong decides to fight back. I just thought that was a little, like a fairly weak way to set up that story, but all we really need to know from that is Kong is big. He's bigger than we've ever seen before. And somehow, some way, we're going to see Godzilla vs. Kong meet up and clash, which I'm looking forward to. Now, the old Godzilla movies and the old King Kong movies, I haven't seen the old Godzilla vs. Kong. And in just a, brief, mention, I believe Mechagodzilla is in here just because I've been trying to avoid spoilers, but YouTube algorithms constantly showing me all this Mechagodzilla stuff. And I'm pretty sure it's only showing me stuff like that because Mechagodzilla is in this movie. So I feel like I've been putting off this movie for too long at this point. I just want to sit back and watch this. I'm excited, but I want to know who's actually going to win. I just want to make sure I have the volume up because I'm actually watching this on HBO Max. I actually have this camera positioned a little differently this time just because I want to do this a little differently. I don't want to watch on my computer screen. I want to watch on my TV. So we're going to do it this way. And yeah, have a good time and hopefully enjoy this movie. But before we hop into this movie, I just want to let you guys know if you guys want to watch this reaction in its complete entirety, is available right now on my Patreon. There are multiple tiers to choose from. So, you can look around my page and see, what, tickles your fancy. Support me if you wish. If not, you can totally support me here on YouTube. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. 4 main keys here. Helps everybody out, helps the channel grow. That being said, I'm just going to stop yammering. We're just going to watch this movie and talk about it immediately afterwards. But yeah, alright guys, let's hop into Godzilla vs. Kong. Super excited for this. Let's hope it's good. Alright guys. Here we go. What? Containment? I mean, they could have left Kong alone on Skull Island. Was he bothering anybody until they started bombing the fuck out of his house? Oh boy. Godzilla action already? We're like not even 10 minutes in. It's fucking awesome. What the hell? I thought Godzilla was on our side. What the hell's happening? There must be something here that Godzilla wants. Obviously it's Kong or something.
An ecosystem as vast as any ocean, right beneath our feet. If we can harness this life force, we'll have a weapon that can compete with Godzilla.
He's gonna get out. This is going to be incredibly bad, but I can't wait to watch it.
You always believed that Skull Island was like hollow earth come to the surface, right? And that's where Kong's ancestors came from. Through the entrance in Antarctica, we could help him find a new home.
See, this would be so scary.
What if Kong doesn't go willingly? What do you do then?
Well, if all else fails, let them fight.
Wow. Who's the idiot who came up with this idea? I'm Maya Simmons. My father sent me. I run point for Apex. I'm just here to babysit.
We believe that they have an ancient rivalry. The myths say that their ancestors fought each other in a great war.
So if they meet again, who bows to who?
Kong bows to no one.
Jesus. Is that Godzilla?
He's not coming for us.
Him? Then dump him. Dump the monkey.
How about we throw you off instead?
Yeah, I second that. What the fuck?
We have to let him protect himself and us.
I was about to Can that carrier even support 2 Titans? That ship is gone. Jump off.
He needs our help. There must be some way.
What are you gonna do to help?
Depth charges.
That worked?
My God. Skull crawlers.
Might, okay. What in the hell? I mean, I'm sure Kong will survive this, but really? You're just gonna fall. Hold on, hold on. Jesus Christ. What in the hell is that? Woo! I mean, these things look familiar, but I don't know for sure if we've seen these in like older Kong movies or Godzilla movies. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. Ooh. Drinking from his skull.
That's gross. Kong's on the move. We gotta go.
No way. Is this what I think it is? Is this Mecha Godzilla?
That's Mecha Godzilla.
Of course, the nerd would be the one to coin the actual name. So this just became Pacific Rim. I had no idea Mechagodzilla was human-made, or if this was just changed for the movie or whatever. Love Kong's roar, it's so iconic. This is getting crazy. He has his own weapon now?
You were right. He's out.
He's taking his seat on his throne.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's the head. Ghidorah?
Monster Zero.
Monster Zero. So, like, Godzilla's just basically like, fuck humans at this point, because he doesn't really give a fuck. So I assume Kong and Godzilla are going to throw down again. Mechagodzilla is going to rear its head, and they're going to realize, okay, we got to take out this common threat, and they'll probably have a mutual respect at the end, and we'll see what happens there. Or Kong and Godzilla's mom's name is Martha, and they make a truce. So we'll see. Is that made from Godzilla's scale? Like one of his plates on his spine? Is that why it's so powerful? That's Godzilla, right?
What are you doing?
Extracting the sample.
This is a power beyond our understanding. You can't just drill into it.
My father gets what he wants.
That is the discovery of the millennium. You can't strip it apart.
Hold it.
Oh, okay, so her character was just bitch. Got it. I will celebrate the crunch of her bones. Ugh. Oh, I hope she dies. Yes, yes. See ya, bitch. What's going on here? Godzilla, why are you walking away? Thought you were waiting for a fight. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Ugh. Ooh, shit. Right across the back. Fucking hell. This puts the destruction in Man of Steel to shame. What the hell? That was a really cool shot. That was really cool. I like that. Parkour! Oh yeah, this is badass. Look at this. Oh! Did you get him? Oh, damn. Oh, I'm about to choke him. About to pull that Man of Steel, man. God damn. This fight is awesome. Godzilla's fucking him up. Ouch, ouch, ow, 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 ow. Ah. Mutual respect? Maybe? Martha! Clearly that's what Kong was saying. You're letting him kill Martha! What? He's not dead.
It's time to show the world what you can do.
Pilot engaged.
See, 10 years ago, when Godzilla was first revealed,
Okay, this is probably what I was thinking of most. Mind of its own. You're fucked. Okay.
we have to one Monarch. We'll try to stop it ourselves. If I can figure out the password, maybe we can shut it down. Alright.
Oh shit. I would have laughed if there was like a board meeting going on right then and there.
What's happening?
She can feel his heartbeat. He's dying.
Is that a password?
I don't know. I'm not used to this. I'm used to pirating movies online.
Okay.
Dad?
Madison,
Where are you?
What's the password to...
Can you hear me? I'm in Hong Kong. Dad!
Kyle Chandler is such a non-character in this movie also. What a waste. Yep. Looks familiar. Oh shit. Definitely looks familiar. You're lucky this is gonna work. Otherwise, how do you know you're not gonna kill him? What's the sign for Godzilla, and how does he know that? The metal Godzilla is the enemy, not the real Godzilla. Badass. Kong to the rescue. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah! Nice. Tag teaming his ass. Oh shit. What? Huh? I mean, that's basically what I was saying, and I was joking by like just destroying the computer or unplugging it. What? I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. Oh, giving it a charge again? No, you don't want to drink that. How did he find her? What's happening now? Oh. It's like, sorry about your city, bye. Oh, Hollow Earth. Interesting. Alright, so that was Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm a little shocked it was under 2 hours. On the other hand, I'm kind of relieved too, because, alright, I'm just going to be, say it point blank. I enjoyed the movie a lot when it was focused on the monsters. The human characters, it was a little rough because I felt like the human characters in Godzilla King of the Monsters was handled better. Like, I felt like we had better human characters in that movie. Here, it just felt very, I don't know, wishy-washy, by the numbers, just generic characters to kind of plug into these scenarios. Like, I didn't feel anything for like most of these new characters, especially since they killed off most of the characters that we've had since Godzilla in the last movie. Like the guys as, where was the guy that, what happened to the guy that says, "Let me fight"? Like, I know one of the lady scientists that was with him, she died in the movie, and some of the other scientists on the ice when Ghidorah was first attacking. Like, I know we killed off most of the characters we've seen so far in this universe. So they had a job to do in kind of bringing back who's alive still and kind of reintroducing them to the audience, as well as introducing new characters. And I gotta say this, I was not really a fan of Millie Bobby Brown's character or that storyline with her friend or the crazy conspiracist guy. I wasn't really a fan of it. I mean, I understand why its placement in the narrative and why it was there. Like, I get why it's there. It's just I wasn't a fan of it. And speaking of being not a fan of something, there's one character in this movie that was such a non-character that I legitimately cheered and clapped when she died. Her name was Maya Simmons, and she was such a non-character. Her character was literally, I'm going to be a bitch, and I'm going to basically babysit all you guys. I'm going to be annoying. I'm going to add nothing to the conversation, and yet we still like cut to her throughout the movie as if she's a character, as if we're supposed to feel bad for her when she eventually dies. So when she hopped into her ship after she tried to screw over our scientists, our heroes, I should say, and she tried to escape, I was like, please let her die. The one thing I was really, outside of looking forward to Kong versus Godzilla, like I wanted to see all out action between those two. But besides that, seeing Maya Simmons meet her end was perfect. Hated her character, felt like she added nothing to the movie. She was just annoying bitch, and she tried to escape, and she got crushed by Kong. Beautiful. Love that moment. Absolutely, 100%. So, the human characters. Not really a fan. They didn't really do anything with Kyle Chandler. He was just kind of there collecting a paycheck. Millie Bobby Brown was more annoying this time. You know, being like an up-and-coming government conspiracist teenager. So I can only imagine what she's going to be like when she gets older. Probably more insufferable. But we'll see what happens there. I mean, all right. Negatives aside, I enjoyed the movie because the monster fights were fucking awesome. Kong versus Godzilla, great fight. Although I will say it's a little cheap that Kong had literally like an axe, like a battle axe, where it looked like it was made from the plate of Godzilla's spine, and that he like supercharged and So all this aside, now I'm not trying to get anyone upset, but there's a lot of similarities between this movie and Batman v Superman. Like I was just teasing the whole, oh, they're gonna make up and they're gonna fight the real enemy, and once they realize that, you know, their mothers have the same name. I was joking about that, but the more I kept watching this, the more similarities I kept seeing between this movie and Batman v Superman, especially when Mechagodzilla comes in and they have the fire breath showdown. It was almost like pulled from Batman v Superman when Superman and Doomsday were doing that laser eyes thing. It almost looked exactly like that. So there was that moment. There was a moment where the bad guy, like he realizes Mechagodzilla is like thinking on its own now. He turns around and says, "Oh shit." It just felt like that moment when Batman said it, when he turned around and was confronted from Doomsday, who was literally about to fucking blast him out of his bat plane, and he goes, "Oh shit," before Wonder Woman jumps down and saves the day. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of similarities between this movie and that, and I don't know if that's just intentional or from just seeing similarities because it's the movie from the same studio, kind of has similar feelings, like a similar tone, has the same type of composer, same type of people who behind the visual effects. It felt like something I've seen before, or like I'm very familiar with, which is fine. I'm not trying to knock the movie. The only thing I'll knock about the movie is the human characters. I just think weren't very good. But if we were to focus a little bit more on Mechagodzilla and how, because I was a little disappointed they defeated him, because he showed up like towards the end of the movie anyway, and I don't know where they go from here afterwards. Like I enjoyed how they humanized Kong in this movie, so we can actually feel it'll feel normal to kind of side with them, as opposed to just having two violent monsters trying to kill each other with humans as like caught in the middle. Like I felt like we needed a clear-cut good guy and a clear-cut bad guy. So unfortunately, Godzilla took the role of the heel, if we're using pro wrestling terms here. And Godzilla was the valiant babyface who was our hero and found himself, You know, they humanized him because they gave him a connection with the little girl, the deaf girl, who communicated with him in sign language. And like I was saying before, I felt like they should have used that plot point and expanded on that in Kong Skull Island before we got to this moment here, because it just felt a little rushed, because all of a sudden she's communicating with Kong, and the mom's just all of a sudden, why didn't you tell me you were doing this? Huh? What? You're a scientist. Why don't you know that monkeys can, you know, they're smart enough to pick up on sign language, and that is a way to communicate with it? Like, that is that not something a scientist would think about immediately? I mean, primates, monkeys, they're incredibly intelligent. If you're trying to communicate with it, why wouldn't you attempt sign language? It's like one of the most basic things. You know what I mean? And it's already been proven that humans can communicate with monkeys via sign language, and monkeys can communicate with humans via sign language. So I just thought that was a little weird, how it's just kind of like a surprise. Like, they're surprised at the fact that this little girl is able to communicate with Kong, and they kind of shoehorned that little backstory in, like, all her people were wiped out, but Kong saved her. So she kind of felt like Jimmy from Peter Jackson's King Kong, where he was found. Like, they gave him a brief backstory, and I would have loved if they expanded on that in Peter Jackson's King Kong, but I felt like they were trying to establish Kong and Kong Skull Island as one thing, but in this movie they were trying to, like, oh shit, we need to humanize him somehow. So let's bring all the stuff that people are familiar with Kong and then throw him in here, so we can give him some personality. You know, we can humanize him a little bit. We can get emotionally attached to him, because Kong is very human-like in his features. We can see, like, his facial expressions. We connect with him. It's easier to connect with him because he looks just like us. You know, humanoid, I should say. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say about the movie. I mean, I enjoyed it. I would have preferred less human stuff and more monster stuff. I don't know if I like this more than Godzilla King of the Monsters. I definitely like this more than the first Godzilla, I'll say that much. And I definitely like this more than Kong Skull Island. But in terms of ranking, I'm not sure. Because I would say this one and Godzilla King of Monsters is definitely the two best ones. But I might lean more towards King of Monsters because it just felt like the story was a little more... It felt a little more streamlined. It felt a little more, like, tight. And I think it just offered a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, Godzilla vs. Kong, great story. I mean, from what you can get out of it anyway, because like Millie Bobby Brown's character said in the movie, you force them into a war. Because the bad guy was just basically like, there can only be one Alpha Titan. What kind of dumb-ass shit is that? Like, so you're willingly going to sacrifice millions of people for some stupid-ass ideology that you have. It's so insane. And it's like, it just kind of reminded me of Vera Farmiga's character in the last movie, Godzilla King of Monsters. When I say the last movie, I'm referring to Godzilla. So it's like, they're so skewed in their mindset that it's just, they lie to themselves and thinking that this is okay. I don't know. So it's very wishy-washy for me. Peaks and valleys, if you want to say. I would say that the peaks are definitely the monster battles. The valleys are definitely the human stuff. The whole hacking thing, the whole government conspiracy thing. And I understand it's supposed to add comedic elements and to help kind of, you know, elevate the situation a little bit so it's not so super serious. But to be honest, I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more serious than it was. I kind of wanted to see more about Kong's backstory because they introduced so much in this movie that it's like almost impossible to not expect a follow-up. But the fact that there's no after credit scene kind of like is a little suspicious, little sus. But hopefully they continue the narrative because I want to see what happens next. There's so many villains, or monsters, if you could say, that they could bring into this universe, especially after Godzilla and Kong now have mutual respect for one another. So I don't know. We'll see what happens next, because Godzilla King of Monsters ended with all these monsters literally bowing to Godzilla. Where were they during this battle here? Battle for supremacy. You know what I mean? It just felt like it is in the same universe, but it's like a little disconnected. I don't know if that makes a little sense. But, you know, we'll see. But yeah, that's my review. That's my reaction. Really enjoyed the movie. If I had to give it a score, I'd probably give it a solid 8 out of 10. Not sure if it's better than King of Monsters. If not, it's about equal. Definitely better than Godzilla and definitely better than Kong Skull Island. Kong Skull Island is bottom of the barrel for me. It's definitely bottom of the list. So yeah, that's my review. That's my reaction. If you guys enjoyed it, you could watch this review and reaction with me in its entirety. It's available right now on my Patreon. Links are in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. Let me know what you guys thought about the movie in the comments down below. What was your favorite part? Who were you rooting for? Were you rooting for Godzilla? Were you rooting for Kong? Who did you want to see winning? What's your favorite scene? Talk to me in the comments down below. I'm gonna get out of here and I'll see you guys in the next movie reaction. And if you guys have any suggestions, drop them in the comments down below. I look at them all, and we'll see you next time in the next movie reaction. All right, guys. Adios.